Just as I am deepening my knowledge, I notice that my men are doing the same. Many are training in combat, and I even caught some of them reading a book. It seems that working for me encourages them to push themselves and grow. Entering Mirage feels like a hallucination caused by heat exhaustion. First comes the feeling of humidity in the wind, and it is quite shocking so close to the arena's Vorax. Then, the small white fortress emerges on the horizon. Seeing the lake around the settlement makes the steps of beasts and people springier. The sigil of House Darius dominates the flags on the welcoming arch of Mirage. It's the first oasis I've seen, and it's magnificent. A place where I could well spend my twilight years. But there's no time to linger. I stock up on supplies and take plenty of dried fruit before hitting the road again the following morning. Garrik took advantage of the end of the day, with the help of a few workers, to set up the secret compartment. The desert landscape south of Mirage stretches before me as far as the eye can see, undistinguished, featureless, endless. Yet Garrik seems to be sure this is the exact spot where he has hidden his stash. I wonder how he knows amidst the ever-shifting dunes. But the dwarf seems to have a keen eye for such things. I come upon a curious formation of rocks among tall dunes.
That's how I know.
My workers have to do quite a bit of digging at the base of one of the jagged stones. After some time, their tools strike solid stone. Garrik is barely able to contain his excitement.
Yeah, there we go.
But then, his expression of joyful greed turns to one of utter bafflement. The hole beneath the slab of granite is empty. The dwarf drops to his knees and begins to dig frantically, but to no avail. There is nothing here. His puzzlement rapidly turns to anger.
Where the fuck is it? I left it here, I did. But of fucking course. There's Sadarar living nearby. Some sort of shithole of theirs. What passes for a village amongst their mongrel kind. Those cocksuckers must have taken it. Come on, Vagrus. Let's go there and reclaim what's mine.
After climbing a few small hills, we come upon a tiny settlement that apparently belongs to a small group of Utvorar. It is but a sad collection of tents and a few tumble-down huts, all of them displaying the red and orange colors of the Sadirar fire tribe.
Scum. Can't eke out a living for themselves. Weak as they are, but not too proud to lay their filthy hand on an honest dwarf's belongings. I say, we kill them all, right here, right now.
Don't be hasty, Garrik. Let's talk to their chief first. As I reach the rickety cottages, we are surrounded by a multitude of poorly dressed villagers, all of them unarmed and looking half-starved. They eye me with a mixture of distrust and reverence. I let them know that I wish to speak to their leader. An old shaman emerges. He is dressed in bright red but faded ceremonial robes, and a heavy scent of smoke surrounds him.
How can I help you?
Help. I'll tell you how you can help lowborn savage. Gimme back me valuable, that's how. The one you dug up from neath that stone, fuckwit.
The old shaman remains calm, which is no small feat, given that there is an angry dwarf shouting obscenities in his face. The Sadirar children hide behind their parents' legs upon seeing Garrik's rage. The leader claims he has no knowledge of such a misdeed, and that his people are poor, yet honest hunter-gatherers.
A lying bastard, that's what he is. That's what all of them are. Let's not fuck around, Vagrus. Put him to the sword and take back what's mine.
No need to go on a killing spree, Garrik. We're just going to observe and search. The villagers do not even try to stop us from strolling around among their tents and huts as I please. They are in way too much awe of us. Evidently, these are very poor people, but that does not keep them from trying to be as welcoming as they can, and offering me some water and small bowls of food. It does not look at all like they have got their hands on any valuable treasure lately. Except...
Would you look at that son of a bitch?
Garrik suddenly hisses. Farther from the crowd of villagers, in the shade of an awning, stands a lone hunter, wearing an elaborate necklace.
That's one piece of me stash. Oi, fucker, stop right there.
The hunter tries to hide the trinket under his rags, but it is too late. Garrik rushes up to him and grabs him by the collar.
And there, look at the rings on his paws. Mine too, all of them. Where is the rest, you dirty thief?
The man tries to get away, but Garrik holds him firmly. Explain yourself.
Please, good traveler, forgive me, I didn't know. Found the buried stash by accident. Thought it was some ancient treasure belonging to no one. Didn't mean any harm.
Where is the fucking rest?
I'll give it back, I swear. What's left of it?
What do you mean, what's left of it?
I spent some on food and water for my people, bought it from traveling merchant. You can have that too.
And what good will some lizards on the stick and skin of putrid water do me, idiot? I need my money.
Garrik draws his pistol and presses it to the Sadirar man's forehead. The villagers scream in terror and outrage, but do not dare to intervene.
Does it, laddie? You took what's mine, I'll take what's yours. Be glad I won't kill the rest of your vermin kin.
His finger twitches on the weapon's trigger. The dwarven weapon's ear-shattering boom echoes over the desert sands. The villagers back away in terror as their fellow hunter collapses to the ground. Garrik is overcome by a sick joy.
Yeah, right there, you twat. So that's the lesson we've learned today. That's right.
You don't fucking steal from Garrik!
Although the villagers are frightened at the moment, I decide that it is best if we leave as quickly as we can.
That's me stash, right here. The audacity of these fuckers. Thanks for your help, Vagrus. You will get your share once all me stashes are tallied.
Why didn't you do anything, Vagrus?
I wonder about that as well.
The world is cruel and harsh. This was a matter between Garrik and that man.
But he killed a man!
And I once ordered a man's death to save you, Findarath. Just as I promised to help you. And you too, Gorgoro. I gave Garrik my word that I would stand by him. The way he deals with his problems is not my concern. Life has taught me, over time, that the world sadly needs people like Garrik. And I'd rather have him on my side than be his enemy, for he is willing to do whatever it takes to survive. You will understand the day he saves your life. Wonderful. The guards didn't see a thing. I take advantage of my resupply to purchase some pottery and sign 2 contracts for Kernak to make up for my losses. I notice that Findorath is becoming more and more restless. Don't worry. I promised you we would get there in time, and we will get there in time. Suddenly, a group of Imperial necromancers crossed our path. I greeted them with a nod and didn't linger. Attacking them would be foolish. The profits from transporting and reselling goods are more than welcome. I accompany Findorath to the tavern, where her contact is supposed to be waiting in a back room. Before entering, I come to the conclusion that a smaller group would be less likely to draw attention, and the Dragonkin mage has asked for discretion. Most of the Comitatus is still striking camp at the side of the Kernak building complex anyhow. In light of recent events, I insist that Gorgoro come with us. Our small team enters the smoke-filled common room, where all kinds of travelers crowd together to relax. Mugs are raised in toast, and patrons roar with laughter at the recitation of nasty jokes or bawdy songs as we sit down at a more remote table, out of view.
All right. It seems the guild left a message saying he is waiting for me in a back room.
Findorath confides as she returns from a short trip to the bar, harried by the inappropriate gazes of men. She does not seem to mind, or perhaps does not notice. Instead, she eyes the mug of mushroom ale she bought to look casual with suspicion.
The bartender told me.
Gorgoro will follow you. I can see she's not happy about it, but she goes along with it. Findorath and Gorgoro disappear into a side corridor, guarded by a bouncer. I ready myself for a long wait, as such negotiations tend to drag on for hours, but I am soon jerked out of my reverie by a mild tremor, followed by a ferocious thunderclap. It came from the corridor my two companions walked down, and now everyone in the common room is staring wide-eyed in that direction. There is another thunderclap, and some yelling, muffled by the distance. Just as the bouncer gathers his wits and is about to investigate, weapon drawn, Findorath appears from the corridor, and the bruiser steps back instinctively. Her expression, a mask of anger, would alone be enough to intimidate anyone. But the envoy also crackles with small sparks of lightning and is followed by a grim-faced Gorgoro. They push past the bouncer, and as the commotion in the room escalates, I reach them just by the bar.
There was an assassin waiting for me. We managed to uncover his ambush and kill him before he got to us. I can't believe it. I survived another attempt on my life. The guide wasn't so lucky, though. He must have been murdered when the killer saw me arrive at Kernak. But that means they were waiting for us. Why?
By the time we reach the door, the barman is yelling at me to take whatever this feud is outside, while patrons in the common room eye each other warily. We leave the Kernak house's common room and blink rapidly in the blinding sunlight outside. Findorath is still upset about the attack, but before she can go on, I come to a sudden stop. A group of men is blocking our way, leering nastily and eyeing the Dragonkin envoy. It is fairly evident, even at a cursory glance, that these people are neither intrigued bystanders nor common travelers. They are armed to the teeth, and their gear looks both cruel and effective. Their leader steps forward with raised palms to signal that he means no harm. The man is fairly unimpressive at first, skinny and old with a bald head and large ears. He smiles awkwardly as he greets me.
Apologies for holding you like this, Vagrus. But you see, we have a proposition to put to you, and I wasn't exactly going to let you leave without hearing it.
The mercenaries around him make gestures, indicating that they are itching for a fight, to which Gorgoro responds by planting his feet, ready to fight.
My employers, you see, wish to have a little chat with your companion there. Why involve yourself in such a complicated and potentially dangerous matter. Am I right?
Are we talking about the matter that involves the murder of diplomatic envoys?
I am talking to the Vagrus here, but rest assured, your turn will come too. Look, we don't want any trouble, but we are more than capable of causing a lot of it. So why escalate things further? You're a reasonable man, and so are we. We want the woman and are willing to pay for her. Why would you risk so much for a stranger you found out in the wasteland? This matter does not concern you. Hand her over, and you'll never see us again. You'll be too busy counting your coins.
Finderath glances at me, and the dread in her eyes is clearly visible. The man grins obnoxiously.
Do we have a deal?
For one of the rare times in my life, my face is cold and closed, and I don't even need to answer. I'm already drawing my weapon.
I see. Then you leave us no choice.
As his henchmen start to advance on me, a thunderclap rumbles and washes over us all. Finderath has been preparing. The envoy unleashes a sizable lightning strike upon her enemies, and the deafening crackling is soon joined by the pained cries of the mercenaries. It's incredible. This is the first time I've seen a spell. Mages are real after all. When it is finally over, only 3 mercenaries are still standing. The leader and 2 badly scorched goons. The latter 2 now move against me with weapons drawn, while the skinny man backs off.